Have you ever felt overwhelmed by life's challenges, wondering how to keep your head above water? Are you searching for a way to cultivate positivity even when the going gets tough? What if the key to navigating these difficult times lies within ancient wisdom? Imagine this. You wake up one morning to find everything seems to be going wrong. Your plans fall apart and frustration builds up. But what if you could shift your perspective and view these obstacles as opportunities for growth? This simple change in mindset can transform your entire experience. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we explore the art of staying positive, especially in tough times. Here, we will delve into insights from Buddhism that can help you cultivate resilience and inner peace. Remember, there are so many views on this channel, but only 0.2% subscribe. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue sharing valuable insights. In this video series, we promise to provide you with transformative advice that can change how you face adversity. From understanding the nature of suffering to practicing mindfulness, each part will offer practical tools to help you stay grounded and hopeful. Together, we will journey through the teachings of Buddhism, exploring how they can guide us to a brighter outlook, even in the darkest times. So, stay tuned. Embrace the journey ahead, and let's uncover the power of positivity in tough times. Understanding the nature of suffering, insights from Buddhism. In our quest to stay positive, it's essential to understand a fundamental truth. Suffering is a part of life. Buddhism teaches us that suffering, or dukkha, is not just about pain or hardship. It's a universal experience that everyone goes through. When we recognize this, we can start to change our relationship with our struggles. Imagine a rainy day. It may feel gloomy, and you might want to stay indoors. But think about how necessary rain is for growth. Without it, flowers won't bloom, and trees won't flourish. Similarly, our challenges can nurture personal growth, helping us to become stronger and more resilient. Buddhism emphasizes that suffering often comes from our attachments and desires. We cling to things, people, situations, or even outcomes, believing that they will bring us lasting happiness. When things don't go as we hoped, we feel disappointment and pain. Understanding this connection allows us to let go of unrealistic expectations. We learn to appreciate moments as they come, rather than longing for things to be different. This doesn't mean we shouldn't strive for better circumstances. Rather, it invites us to adopt a more balanced approach. Instead of feeling devastated when we face challenges, we can approach them with curiosity. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? Or, how can this experience help me grow? Shifting your perspective in this way empowers you to see obstacles as teachers rather than enemies. Buddhism also introduces the idea of impermanence, or anicca. Everything in life is in a constant state of change. Our feelings, circumstances, and relationships evolve over time. When we accept that nothing lasts forever, we can appreciate the good times more fully and accept the bad times with greater ease. This acceptance allows us to navigate life's ups and downs without getting too attached to either. Let's take a moment to reflect on the teachings of the Buddha. He recognized that suffering arises from our desires and cravings. The more we cling to things, the more we suffer when they change or disappear. By practicing mindfulness, we can begin to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. This awareness helps us recognize when we are holding on too tightly and allows us to cultivate a sense of detachment. Consider a simple example, a child playing with a favorite toy. When that toy is lost or broken, the child experiences great distress. However, if the child learns to appreciate the joy the toy brought, rather than focusing solely on the loss, they can move forward with less pain. In this way, even children can learn valuable lessons about impermanence and acceptance. In your daily life, try to notice when you cling to certain expectations or outcomes. When faced with a challenge, pause and take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to? Recognizing this can help you release some of the weight you carry, making it easier to face your difficulties with a clearer mind. Another aspect of suffering in Buddhism is the idea of interconnectedness. We are all part of a larger tapestry of life. Your struggles are not isolated. They resonate with the experiences of others. When you feel alone in your suffering, remember that countless individuals are walking similar paths. This understanding can foster compassion not just for others, but also for yourself. You are not alone in your pain. You are part of a shared human experience. As you explore these teachings, take time to reflect on your own life. Are there areas where you cling too tightly? Are there expectations that weigh you down? The practice of awareness can help you identify these patterns, allowing you to release what no longer serves you. In summary, understanding the nature of suffering is a crucial step in cultivating positivity during tough times. By recognizing suffering as a universal experience, accepting impermanence, and practicing mindfulness, we can learn to navigate our challenges with grace and resilience. Embrace the idea that suffering can lead to growth, and remember, you have the power to change your perspective. Each challenge is an opportunity for learning and transformation. As you move forward, carry these insights with you. Let them guide you through the storms of life, reminding you that even in suffering, there is potential for beauty and wisdom. The path may be difficult, but with understanding, you can walk it with a lighter heart and a brighter outlook. The art of letting go, embracing impermanence. In life, we often hold on tightly to things we love. Our relationships, our possessions, and even our plans for the future. But have you ever considered what happens when we cling too much? Holding on can create fear, anxiety, and pain. Letting go is a powerful practice that brings freedom and peace. Buddhism teaches us that everything in life is impermanent. This means that change is constant. Just as seasons shift, our circumstances will also change. Embracing this idea can be liberating. Instead of fearing loss, we can learn to appreciate each moment for what it is, understanding that nothing lasts forever. Consider a tree in autumn, shedding its leaves. At first, it may look bare and lifeless, but in reality, it is preparing for new growth. The tree understands that letting go is essential for renewal. In our lives, we too must let go of what no longer serves us. This can be old grudges, past mistakes, or even dreams that no longer align with who we are. One way to practice letting go is through mindfulness. Mindfulness invites us to be present in each moment. When we practice mindfulness, we become aware of our thoughts and feelings without judgment. This awareness helps us recognize when we are clinging to something that is causing us distress. For instance, if you find yourself dwelling on a past failure, mindfulness can help you observe that thought and gently release it. Another helpful tool is meditation. When we meditate, we create space in our minds. This space allows us to reflect on what we truly value and what we need to let go of. Picture sitting quietly, focusing on your breath. With each exhale, imagine releasing any worries or burdens. Feel the weight lift as you let go. This simple practice can bring clarity and calmness to your life. Letting go also involves acceptance. Acceptance does not mean we condone what has happened. Rather, it means we acknowledge reality as it is. Accepting difficult situations can be challenging, but it is a crucial step in the healing process. When we resist what is, we often find ourselves in a cycle of suffering. Accepting allows us to move forward, to find new paths and possibilities. Relationships are another area where letting go can be transformative. Sometimes, we hold on to people who no longer bring us joy or support. Recognizing when a relationship has run its course can be tough, but freeing ourselves from toxic connections is essential for our well-being. Letting go of a relationship does not mean we forget the good times. It simply means we prioritize our own growth and happiness. We can also learn from nature. Think of a river flowing smoothly, adapting to the rocks and bends along its path. The river does not fight against obstacles. Instead, it flows around them, continuing on its journey. In the same way, we can adapt to changes in our lives, letting go of the need to control every outcome. Embracing impermanence encourages us to live with gratitude. When we recognize that our time with loved ones is limited, we are inspired to cherish each moment. Letting go of the need to cling to those we love allows us to appreciate them fully. It can deepen our connections and create more meaningful experiences. Letting go is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing practice. Just as we tidy up our physical spaces, we must also cleanse our emotional landscapes. Regularly check in with yourself. What thoughts or feelings are you holding on to that no longer serve you? Identify them and work on releasing them. In tough times, we may find it particularly hard to let go. It's natural to feel fear or resistance. But remember, the act of letting go is not about denying your feelings. It is about acknowledging them and choosing to move forward. Allow yourself to feel, but don't let those feelings control your life. By learning to embrace impermanence, we can discover resilience. Life will throw challenges our way, but when we learn to let go, we develop a sense of adaptability. We become more capable of facing difficulties with grace and courage. Instead of feeling defeated, we can approach each challenge as an opportunity to grow. In summary, the art of letting go is about recognizing the impermanent nature of life. It invites us to release what no longer serves us, whether it be thoughts, relationships, or expectations. By practicing mindfulness and acceptance, we can learn to navigate life's changes with ease. Remember, like the tree shedding its leaves, letting go makes way for new growth. Embrace this journey of release and find peace in the flow of life. Mindfulness as a tool for resilience. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Thoughts race through our minds, worries pile up, and distractions pull us in every direction. But what if we could pause, breathe, and truly experience the present moment? This is where mindfulness comes in, and it's a powerful tool for building resilience. Mindfulness means being fully aware of what's happening right now, without judgment. It's about paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings. When we practice mindfulness, we learn to observe our experiences rather than react to them. Imagine sitting quietly and noticing the sound of your breath or the feeling of the ground beneath your feet. This simple practice can create a sense of calm amid chaos. When tough times hit, our minds often spiral into worry and fear. We may think about what went wrong or what might happen next. Mindfulness helps us break that cycle. Instead of getting lost in our thoughts, we can focus on the here and now. For example, if you're feeling anxious, take a moment to notice your breathing. Inhale deeply, hold for a moment, and then exhale slowly. This practice grounds you and allows you to step back from your worries. Buddhism teaches us that suffering often arises from our attachment to thoughts and feelings. When we cling to negative emotions, they can overwhelm us. Mindfulness encourages us to acknowledge these feelings without judgment. Instead of pushing them away or letting them control us, we can simply observe them. This creates space for acceptance and understanding, helping us respond to challenges with clarity. Let's consider a simple example. Imagine you're facing a difficult situation at work. Maybe you've received criticism or missed an important deadline. It's natural to feel upset or defensive. Instead of reacting immediately, take a moment to breathe. Notice the sensations in your body and the thoughts racing in your mind. By practicing mindfulness, you give yourself the chance to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. One effective way to cultivate mindfulness is through meditation. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably, and close your eyes. Focus on your breath. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring your attention back to your breathing. Even a few minutes of this practice can help center you and clear your mind. Over time, this simple exercise can strengthen your ability to stay calm and focused, even in stressful situations. Mindfulness isn't just a practice, it's a way of living. You can incorporate it into your daily routine. When eating, pay attention to the taste and texture of your food. When walking, notice the feeling of your feet touching the ground. These small moments of awareness can transform ordinary experiences into opportunities for connection and gratitude. Moreover, mindfulness helps us develop empathy and compassion. When we become more aware of our own emotions, we can better understand the feelings of others. This connection can strengthen our relationships and provide support during tough times. When someone shares their struggles, practicing mindfulness allows us to listen without judgment and respond with kindness. In Buddhism, the concept of interbeing teaches us that everything is connected. Our thoughts, actions, and feelings affect not only ourselves but also those around us. By cultivating mindfulness, we create a ripple effect of positivity in our lives and the lives of others. When we approach challenges with a mindful heart, we inspire those around us to do the same. Building resilience through mindfulness takes time and practice. It's not about eliminating negative thoughts or feelings, but learning to navigate them with grace. It's about recognizing that it's okay to feel overwhelmed, and in those moments, we can turn inward and find our center. When faced with difficulties, ask yourself, how can I bring mindfulness into this moment? What can I observe without judgment? This shift in perspective can change how you handle stress and adversity. Instead of feeling trapped, you can view challenges as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. As you continue to practice mindfulness, you may notice changes in your outlook. You'll become more adaptable to life's ups and downs. When tough times arise, you'll have the tools to stay grounded and resilient. You'll learn to appreciate the small moments, finding joy and peace even in difficult circumstances. In conclusion, mindfulness is a powerful ally in building resilience. By embracing the present moment, we can respond to challenges with clarity and compassion. It allows us to navigate the storms of life with a sense of calm and awareness. As you journey through tough times, remember the importance of being present. Let mindfulness be your guide, helping you stay centered and open-hearted in the face of adversity. The power of compassion for yourself and others. In tough times, it's easy to focus solely on our own struggles. We often get caught up in our problems, feeling isolated and overwhelmed. But what if we told you that one of the most powerful tools for overcoming challenges is compassion? Compassion, both for ourselves and for others, can be a guiding light in the darkest moments. Let's start by exploring what compassion really means. At its core, compassion is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's about recognizing that everyone experiences suffering, just like you do. When we practice compassion, we create a sense of connection with those around us. This connection can remind us that we are not alone in our struggles. But here's the catch. Before we can truly extend compassion to others, we need to learn to be compassionate toward ourselves. Many of us are our own harshest critics. We beat ourselves up for making mistakes or for not meeting our own expectations. This self-criticism can create a cycle of negativity, making it even harder to cope with difficult situations. So, how do we cultivate self-compassion? One way is to treat ourselves like we would treat a dear friend. If a friend came to you feeling down about a mistake, you would likely offer them comfort and understanding. You wouldn't berate them. Instead, you'd remind them that everyone makes mistakes and that it's part of being human. Try doing the same for yourself. When you feel low, pause and speak to yourself kindly. Acknowledge your feelings without judgment. Now, let's turn our attention to compassion for others. When we recognize that everyone is dealing with their own battles, it opens our hearts. A simple act of kindness can make a world of difference. Whether it's a smile to a stranger, a listening ear for a friend, or volunteering your time, every little gesture counts. Think about it. How often do we rush through our day, caught up in our own worries, ignoring the struggles of those around us? By pausing to show compassion, we not only help others, but also uplift our own spirits. When we reach out to help someone else, we often find that our burdens feel lighter. Buddhism teaches us that compassion is not just an emotion, it's an action. The more we practice, the more natural it becomes. This doesn't mean we should ignore our own needs. Instead, it's about finding a balance. By caring for ourselves, we build a strong foundation that allows us to reach out to others effectively. In moments of distress, try to remember the interconnectedness of all beings. Every individual you encounter is on their own journey, facing their own challenges. This understanding can foster empathy. When you see someone struggling, take a moment to reflect on your own experiences of hardship. This can help you respond with kindness rather than judgment. One powerful practice to deepen your compassion is loving kindness meditation. This meditation encourages you to send thoughts of love and kindness to yourself and others. Begin by finding a quiet space. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Start by silently repeating phrases like, "May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I live with ease." After a few moments, extend these wishes to someone you love, then to someone neutral, and finally to someone you may have difficulty with. This practice helps cultivate a compassionate heart and allows you to connect deeply with others. Compassion also involves recognizing our shared humanity. We all experience joy, pain, love, and loss. When we embrace this truth, it becomes easier to extend kindness. A small act, like checking in on a friend or sharing a kind word, can create ripples of positivity in the world. Moreover, compassion is not limited to our interactions with others. it extends to how we view the world around us. Nature, animals, and the environment are all deserving of our compassion. When we treat the planet with kindness, we contribute to a healthier, more sustainable future for everyone. Incorporating compassion into our daily lives can lead to profound changes. It fosters community, encourages collaboration, and builds resilience. When we know we have support from others, we feel empowered to face challenges head-on. As we navigate through tough times, remember that compassion is a choice. It's something we can actively cultivate and practice. Each day offers new opportunities to show kindness, whether it's through a simple smile, a supportive message, or a listening ear. By nurturing compassion for ourselves and others, we create a more positive environment not just for ourselves, but for everyone around us. This positive energy can be contagious, inspiring others to act with kindness too. In essence, the power of compassion lies in its ability to transform not just our own lives, but the world at large. In conclusion, as we move forward in this journey of life, let's remember the importance of compassion. It's a powerful tool that can help us navigate tough times, foster connections, and uplift spirits. By practicing self-compassion and extending kindness to others, we can create a ripple effect of positivity and support that benefits us all. Embrace compassion, and watch how it changes not only your life but the lives of those around you. Turning obstacles into opportunities, a shift in perspective. Life is filled with challenges. Each obstacle we encounter can feel like a heavy stone blocking our path. But what if we could see these stones not as barriers, but as stepping stones? This shift in perspective is at the heart of transforming difficulties into opportunities. In Buddhism, there is a teaching that emphasizes the idea of samsara, the cycle of suffering and rebirth. This cycle reminds us that suffering is a part of life, but it also highlights that our response to that suffering can lead to growth and enlightenment. Every challenge we face is an invitation to learn something new about ourselves and the world around us. Think about a time when you faced a difficult situation. Perhaps it was a job loss, a breakup, or even a health issue. Initially, these events may have felt like the end of the world. Yet, as time passed, you might have discovered hidden strengths or new paths you hadn't considered before. This is the essence of turning obstacles into opportunities. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine a gardener who has a patch of soil that is rocky and difficult to work with. At first glance, it may seem unproductive, but the gardener sees potential. By carefully removing the rocks and enriching the soil, they can create a thriving garden. This process requires patience, effort, and a shift in how the gardener views those initial challenges. Instead of seeing the rocks as a nuisance, they recognize them as a chance to cultivate something beautiful. In moments of struggle, it's easy to focus on what's wrong. We often get caught in a loop of negative thoughts. But Buddhism teaches us about right view, which encourages us to see the world as it truly is, not just how we want it to be. This means recognizing that challenges are part of the human experience. By accepting this, we can begin to change our mindset. When we face difficulties, it's essential to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience help me grow? This inquiry opens up new pathways. Instead of feeling defeated, we start to see possibilities. For instance, someone who loses their job might feel lost at first, but this situation could lead them to explore a new career, develop new skills, or even start a business they've always dreamed of. Embracing change is not easy. It requires courage and a willingness to step out of our comfort zones. In Buddhism, there's a concept called non-attachment. This means not clinging to our current circumstances or expectations. By letting go of what we think should be, we make space for new opportunities to arise. Additionally, cultivating a practice of gratitude can significantly shift our perspective. When faced with a challenge, take a moment to reflect on what you are grateful for. This simple act can illuminate the silver linings in even the darkest clouds. It helps us recognize that every experience, good or bad, contributes to our journey. Buddhism also emphasizes the interconnectedness of all things. Our struggles are not isolated. They are part of a larger tapestry of life. By understanding this, we can realize that others face similar challenges. This connection can inspire us to help one another and find strength in community. Sharing our experiences can turn personal struggles into collective opportunities for growth. Let's also consider the role of mindfulness in this process. Being mindful allows us to stay present with our feelings and thoughts without judgment. When we practice mindfulness during tough times, we create space to respond rather than react. This means we can approach obstacles with a clear mind and an open heart. As we continue to shift our perspective, remember that growth often happens in discomfort. Just like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon, we may feel strained during our transformation. But when we embrace these moments, we prepare ourselves for new beginnings. In essence, turning obstacles into opportunities is about resilience. It's about how we choose to respond to life's challenges. Instead of viewing them as setbacks, we can see them as stepping stones toward greater understanding and fulfillment. To embody this mindset, try to create a personal mantra or affirmation. Something like, "Every challenge I face is an opportunity for growth." Repeat this to yourself during difficult times. This simple phrase can anchor you, reminding you of your power to transform your circumstances. Finally, let's remember that this journey takes time. Change doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process that requires patience and practice. Embrace each step, celebrate small victories, and continue to cultivate a positive outlook. By viewing obstacles as opportunities, you'll find that life becomes richer and more meaningful. As you navigate through your challenges, keep this wisdom close to your heart. The next time you encounter a barrier, pause, breathe, and ask yourself, how can I turn this into an opportunity? In doing so, you not only empower yourself but also inspire those around you to embrace life's challenges with courage and grace. The role of meditation in maintaining inner peace. In our fast-paced world, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed and anxious. But there is a simple practice that can help us find calm and clarity: meditation. Many people think meditation is just sitting quietly, but it's so much more than that. It's a powerful tool that allows us to connect with our true selves and cultivate inner peace. When we meditate, we create space to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. Imagine sitting in a quiet room, closing your eyes, and taking a few deep breaths. As you breathe in and out, thoughts may come rushing in. Concerns about work, relationships, or even the future. Instead of pushing these thoughts away, meditation invites you to acknowledge them. You can think of your thoughts as clouds drifting across the sky. They may be dark and heavy at times, but they are only temporary. With practice, you learn to watch these clouds pass without letting them consume you. Buddhism teaches us the importance of mindfulness, being fully present in each moment. When we meditate, we strengthen our ability to be mindful. This practice helps us become more aware of our emotions and reactions. For example, when faced with a tough situation, instead of reacting impulsively, we can pause and choose a more thoughtful response. This mindful approach not only reduces stress, but also improves our relationships with others. Meditation can also help us develop compassion, both for ourselves and for those around us. Often, we are our own harshest critics. We may find ourselves caught in a cycle of negative self-talk, especially during tough times. Through meditation, we learn to treat ourselves with kindness. Imagine telling yourself, "It's okay to feel this way. I am doing my best." This simple shift can make a significant difference in how we navigate challenges. Regular meditation practice can lead to greater emotional stability. When we sit in meditation, we train our minds to focus on the present moment. This focus helps us respond to stress with a calm and collected mind. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, we can approach difficulties with a sense of clarity and purpose. It's important to find a meditation practice that works for you. Some people prefer guided meditations, where a teacher leads you through the process. Others may enjoy silent meditation, where they sit in stillness. You could start with just a few minutes each day, gradually increasing the time as you feel more comfortable. Remember, the goal isn't to empty your mind, but to observe it without getting attached to your thoughts. Incorporating meditation into your daily routine can be transformative. Consider setting aside a few minutes each morning or evening. Create a peaceful space where you can sit comfortably. You might light a candle or play soft music, whatever makes you feel relaxed. As you settle in, focus on your breath. Feel the air entering and leaving your body. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breath. With time, You'll notice how this practice can ground you, even on the busiest days. Beyond personal peace, meditation can foster a sense of connection with others. When we practice compassion during our meditation, we expand our hearts. We can send loving thoughts not only to ourselves, but also to family, friends, and even those we find challenging. This practice helps us build empathy and understanding, making us more resilient in the face of difficulties. Many people who meditate regularly report a deeper sense of happiness and contentment. They may find joy in simple moments, a beautiful sunset, laughter with friends, or a warm cup of tea. Meditation helps us cultivate gratitude, allowing us to appreciate what we have instead of focusing on what's missing. As we continue our journey through tough times, remember that meditation is a powerful ally. It's a practice that allows us to pause, reflect, and reconnect with our true selves. In moments of chaos, we can find our center and respond to life's challenges with grace. Incorporating meditation into your life doesn't mean you'll avoid challenges. Rather, it equips you with the tools to handle them with a calm mind and an open heart. You'll find that even in tough times, you can maintain your inner peace and navigate life with a sense of purpose and clarity. So, take a moment today to sit in silence, breathe, and simply be. As you do, remember that every breath is a step toward greater peace. Embrace this journey and let meditation be your guide through life's storms. Detachment and non-attachment, finding balance. In the journey of life, we often become attached to people, possessions, and outcomes. We believe that our happiness depends on these attachments. But what if I told you that true freedom comes from learning the art of detachment? Detachment doesn't mean we stop caring about others or give up on our dreams. Instead, it's about recognizing that our happiness shouldn't rely solely on external factors. In Buddhism, this idea is crucial. The Buddha taught that clinging to things leads to suffering. When we learn to let go, we open ourselves to a more peaceful existence. Imagine a flower blooming. It is beautiful, and we admire it. But if we try to hold on to it tightly, it wilts. If we appreciate its beauty without clinging to it, we can enjoy it fully without causing it harm. This is the essence of non-attachment. We can cherish our relationships and goals, but we must also accept that they are not ours to control entirely. Let's consider a common scenario. Picture yourself working hard for a promotion at your job. You pour in long hours and give it your all. But when the decision comes, someone else is chosen. You feel crushed, frustrated, and even angry. This attachment to the outcome of your efforts leads to suffering. Now, what if you approached this situation with non-attachment? You still work hard and strive for the promotion, but you also understand that the outcome is beyond your control. Instead of fixating on the result, focus on the growth you experience during the process. Embrace the skills you gain and the relationships you build along the way. This mindset shift can be transformative. It allows you to engage fully in your work without being tied to a specific outcome. You begin to see challenges as opportunities for learning rather than sources of pain. Another example can be found in our personal relationships. Often, we cling to loved ones, fearing loss or change. This attachment can create anxiety and stress. But consider the idea of loving someone without clinging to them. You can appreciate your relationship while also accepting that change is a part of life. This doesn't mean you love them any less. It means you trust the connection you share without holding on too tightly. By doing this, you create a space for growth, both for yourself and the other person. You allow love to flow freely, unencumbered by fear. Detachment also encourages us to live in the present. When we are attached to the past or preoccupied with the future, we miss the beauty of now. Buddhism teaches that the present moment is where life truly happens. When we let go of attachments, we can immerse ourselves in our experiences, savoring every moment as it comes. How can we practice non-attachment in our daily lives? One effective method is mindfulness. By being present and aware of our thoughts and feelings, we can observe our attachments without judgment. When you notice yourself clinging to something, take a moment to breathe. Recognize the feeling, but don't let it control you. For example, when you feel anxious about a relationship or a job, pause and ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? Often, our fears are rooted in the idea of losing something we feel we need. By understanding these fears, we can begin to detach from them. Another powerful practice is gratitude. When we focus on what we have instead of what we lack, we cultivate a sense of abundance. This mindset helps us appreciate our lives as they are, rather than yearning for something different. Think about the things you are grateful for right now. A warm meal, a friend's smile, a moment of peace. As you recognize these blessings, you'll find it easier to let go of attachments. Non-attachment also encourages us to embrace change. Life is constantly shifting, and resisting change only leads to frustration. Instead, view change as an opportunity for growth. When faced with change, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I adapt and thrive? Incorporating detachment into your life may not happen overnight. It takes practice and patience. Start small. Identify one area of your life where you feel overly attached and begin to let go. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate these feelings. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Each step towards non-attachment is a step towards greater peace and happiness. Ultimately, the goal is to find balance. We can love, work hard, and have dreams without allowing them to dictate our happiness. When we embrace detachment, we free ourselves from the cycle of craving and suffering. As you continue on your path, keep these principles close to your heart. Embrace the beauty of life's impermanence. Cherish what you have, but don't let it define you. With practice, you'll discover that true joy comes from within, independent of external circumstances. So, take a deep breath and let go of what no longer serves you. Embrace the present moment and find peace in the art of non-attachment. Cultivating gratitude in difficult moments. Gratitude is a powerful tool, especially when life throws challenges our way. It can transform our perspective and help us find light even in the darkest times. In Buddhism, gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It's a deep acknowledgement of the goodness that exists in our lives, regardless of our circumstances. When we're facing tough times, it's easy to focus on what's wrong. We tend to dwell on our problems, allowing negativity to consume us. But what if instead, we shifted our focus? What if we started each day by reflecting on the things we are grateful for, no matter how small? This simple practice can change our entire outlook. Think about it. When you wake up, what is one thing you appreciate? It could be the warmth of the sun, a roof over your head, or the support of a friend. These small acknowledgments can create a ripple effect, fostering a sense of contentment that helps us cope with challenges. Buddhism teaches us to cultivate a sense of appreciation not just for the big moments, but also for the everyday experiences. When you eat a meal, take a moment to enjoy it. Savor the flavors and textures. This mindfulness can deepen your sense of gratitude. Practicing gratitude doesn't mean ignoring difficulties. Instead, it's about finding balance. Acknowledge your struggles, but also recognize the positives in your life. This dual awareness can help you navigate hardships with a clearer mind and a lighter heart. One effective method is to keep a gratitude journal. Each evening, write down 3 things you are grateful for that day. They can be simple, like a kind word from someone or the beauty of nature. Over time, this practice can help shift your focus away from negativity and toward positivity. It's also important to express gratitude to others. When someone does something nice for you, let them know you appreciate it. A simple thank you can strengthen your relationships and spread positivity. This exchange creates a cycle of kindness and gratitude that benefits everyone involved. In difficult moments, try to find the lesson in your experience. Every challenge carries a teaching. Reflect on what you can learn and how it can help you grow. This perspective allows you to see difficulties not as burdens but as opportunities for personal development. Consider the story of a woman who lost her job. Initially, she felt devastated and lost. However, as she practiced gratitude, she began to see her situation differently. She appreciated the time she now had to explore her passions and spend time with family. Eventually, this shift in mindset led her to a new career that she found more fulfilling than her previous job. Gratitude also encourages resilience. When we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, we build emotional strength. This resilience helps us bounce back from setbacks more effectively. It acts like a protective shield, making us less vulnerable to stress and anxiety. Incorporating gratitude into your daily routine can be simple. Set aside a few moments each day to reflect on your blessings. This could be during your morning coffee or before bed. With practice, this habit will become a natural part of your life. Remember, gratitude is a practice, not a destination. It requires consistency and dedication. There will be days when it feels difficult to find things to be grateful for, especially when facing significant challenges. On those days, even acknowledging the air you breathe or the fact that you woke up can be a starting point. Finally, surround yourself with positive influences. Engage with people who uplift you and inspire gratitude in your life. Their energy can be contagious, encouraging you to cultivate a similar mindset. As we navigate life's ups and downs, let gratitude be our guiding light. It can illuminate the path, helping us see the beauty and goodness in every situation. By fostering gratitude, we can create a more positive and resilient life, even in the toughest of times. In the end, cultivating gratitude not only enriches our own lives, but also creates a ripple effect, inspiring those around us to embrace positivity as well. Let us remember that every moment, even the challenging ones, holds a seed of gratitude waiting to blossom. The Noble Eightfold Path, a guide for challenging times. In Buddhism, the Noble Eightfold Path offers a practical guide to living a meaningful life. When faced with challenges, this path can help you find clarity and purpose. Let's explore each aspect and see how it can support you during tough times. 1. Right understanding. This is about seeing things as they truly are. In challenging moments, remind yourself that suffering is a part of life. Understanding that challenges are temporary can help you maintain perspective. Recognize the reality of your situation without getting lost in negativity. 2. Right intent. This involves cultivating a positive mindset. Focus on intentions that promote kindness and compassion. Ask yourself, what do I truly want in this moment? Setting intentions to be compassionate toward yourself and others can guide your actions and thoughts during difficult times. 3. Right speech. Words have power. When struggling, choose your words carefully. Speak to yourself with kindness. Avoid harsh self-criticism and try to encourage yourself. When communicating with others, practice honesty and kindness. Your words can uplift or burden, so choose wisely. 4. Right action. This means acting in ways that are ethical and compassionate. When faced with adversity, think about how your actions affect others. Try to respond with kindness rather than anger or frustration. Simple acts of kindness can not only help others, but also lift your spirits. 5. Right livelihood. Your work should contribute to your well-being and the well-being of others. When times are tough, reflect on how your job aligns with your values. Seek ways to make your work more fulfilling, or find ways to incorporate compassion into your daily tasks. 6. Right effort. This involves cultivating positive states of mind while letting go of negative ones. During tough times, it's important to put in the effort to remain positive. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. Rather, acknowledge them, but don't let them control you. Focus on nurturing thoughts that inspire hope and resilience. 7. Right mindfulness. Being present is essential. In moments of struggle, practice mindfulness to ground yourself. Pay attention to your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This awareness allows you to observe your experiences rather than react impulsively. Mindfulness can create space between your emotions and your responses. 8. Right concentration. This is about developing the ability to focus your mind. In challenging situations, meditation can be a powerful tool. Set aside time to meditate, even if it's just for a few minutes. A focused mind helps you manage stress and find clarity amid chaos. By embracing the Noble Eightfold Path, you cultivate a deeper understanding of yourself and your challenges. Each step offers a way to navigate life's difficulties with grace and purpose. Remember, it's not about achieving perfection. It's about progress. As you integrate these teachings, be patient with yourself. Even small steps can lead to significant changes. Each moment you practice right understanding or right speech brings you closer to a positive mindset. In tough times, lean on these teachings as your guiding light. They can help you transform your struggles into opportunities for growth. Embrace the journey of self-discovery that comes with applying the Noble Eightfold Path. Each aspect of the path serves as a reminder that you have the power to shape your experience, even in the face of adversity. The more you engage with these teachings, the more you cultivate resilience and inner peace. Life will always present challenges, but with the Eightfold Path, you can face them with a steady heart and a clear mind. This path is not just a set of rules, it's a way of life. Allow these principles to guide your actions, and watch how they transform your experience in tough times. In essence, the Noble Eightfold Path teaches us that while we cannot avoid suffering, we can choose how to respond to it. By focusing on understanding, intent, speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, and concentration, we can navigate life's difficulties with wisdom and compassion. So, as you continue your journey, remember, you have the tools within you to remain positive, no matter the circumstances. The path is yours to walk, and each step you take leads you closer to a more fulfilling and resilient life. Developing wisdom, lessons from Buddhist philosophy. In the journey of life, wisdom acts like a guiding light, illuminating the path through darkness. Buddhist philosophy teaches us that wisdom is not just about knowledge. It's about understanding and insight. So, how can we develop this wisdom in our own lives, especially during tough times? To start, let's consider the concept of right view. This is the first step on the Noble Eightfold Path, a central teaching in Buddhism. Right view encourages us to see the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. This means recognizing the reality of suffering and impermanence. Accepting that life is filled with ups and downs helps us develop a more realistic perspective. When we face challenges, we are better equipped to respond wisely rather than react impulsively. Next is right intention. This teaches us to cultivate intentions rooted in kindness and compassion. When we set our minds to act with good intentions, we create a foundation for wise actions. Imagine approaching a difficult situation with the intent to learn and grow, rather than to blame or criticize. This shift in mindset not only benefits us but also positively impacts those around us. Now, let's explore mindfulness, another vital aspect of developing wisdom. Mindfulness involves being present in the moment without judgment. When we practice mindfulness, we become more aware of our thoughts and feelings. This awareness allows us to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting out of habit. It's about pausing, taking a breath, and observing before we act. By doing this, we create space for wisdom to arise. Alongside mindfulness is the practice of meditation. Meditation is a powerful tool that helps quiet the mind and deepen our understanding of ourselves. In moments of stillness, we can reflect on our experiences and emotions. This reflection fosters insight and clarity. Regular meditation can help us develop a sense of calm and a clearer perspective, allowing wisdom to guide our actions. Another important aspect of wisdom is learning from our experiences. Life is full of lessons, both big and small. When we face challenges, it's crucial to take a step back and ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can this experience help me grow? By embracing our experiences as opportunities for learning, we cultivate a wise approach to life. The concept of impermanence also plays a significant role in wisdom. In Buddhism, everything is transient. Recognizing that our emotions, situations, and even relationships are temporary can help us navigate difficult times with greater ease. When we accept change as a natural part of life, we become more adaptable and less attached to specific outcomes. Furthermore, the practice of compassion is essential for developing wisdom. Compassion involves not only caring for others, but also being kind to ourselves. When we encounter hardship, it's easy to be harsh on ourselves. Instead, we can practice self-compassion by acknowledging our struggles without judgment. This creates a space for growth and understanding. Wisdom also thrives on curiosity. Approaching life with a sense of curiosity allows us to explore new ideas and perspectives. Instead of being rigid in our thinking, we can open ourselves up to different viewpoints. This openness fosters learning and helps us navigate challenges with a more flexible mindset. In addition to these practices, seeking guidance from wise teachers can be invaluable. Whether it's a spiritual leader, a mentor, or even a good friend, learning from those who have walked the path can provide insights that we may not see ourselves. Their experiences can illuminate our journey and help us avoid common pitfalls. As we develop wisdom, it's important to remember that it's a lifelong journey. There's no endpoint. It's about continuous growth and learning. Even the most enlightened beings acknowledge that they are still learning. This humility is a key aspect of wisdom, recognizing that we always have room to grow. Finally, let's reflect on the importance of community. Surrounding ourselves with supportive and like-minded individuals can greatly enhance our journey toward wisdom. Sharing our experiences, learning from one another, and encouraging each other fosters an environment where wisdom can flourish. In summary, developing wisdom is a multifaceted process rooted in understanding, intention, mindfulness, and compassion. By embracing these principles, we can navigate life's challenges with greater clarity and resilience. Each step we take on this path brings us closer to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. As we cultivate wisdom, we not only enhance our own lives, but also contribute to the well-being of those we encounter. Remember, wisdom is not a destination. It's a journey that we can embark on together. Conclusion: a life transformed by positivity. As we come to the end of our journey together, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned about maintaining positivity during tough times. Life is filled with challenges, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed. However, the wisdom of Buddhism offers us tools to navigate these storms with grace and resilience. We began by understanding the nature of suffering. Every person experiences hardship. It's a universal truth. But through the lens of Buddhism, we learn that suffering is not our enemy. Instead, it's a teacher. Each struggle brings a lesson, an opportunity for growth. Embracing this perspective can help us find meaning in our difficulties, allowing us to transform pain into wisdom. Next, we explore the concept of impermanence. Everything in life is temporary. Our emotions, our circumstances, and even our relationships. This realization can be liberating. When we understand that tough times won't last forever, we can approach them with a sense of detachment. This doesn't mean we ignore our feelings. Rather, we acknowledge them without letting them consume us. Just like clouds passing in the sky, difficult emotions will also pass. Mindfulness was another powerful tool we discussed. By being present in the moment, we can cultivate a deeper awareness of our thoughts and feelings. Mindfulness encourages us to observe our experiences without judgment, allowing us to respond to challenges with clarity rather than reacting out of fear or frustration. In moments of stress, taking a few deep breaths and grounding ourselves can make all the difference. Compassion, both for ourselves and for others, plays a crucial role in maintaining positivity. It's easy to be hard on ourselves when we face setbacks. Remember, it's okay to feel vulnerable. By treating ourselves with kindness, we open the door to healing. And when we extend that compassion to others, we build connections that can uplift us in difficult times. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, create ripples of positivity in our lives. We also learned about turning obstacles into opportunities. This shift in perspective can be transformative. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? This mindset empowers us to take charge of our experiences, allowing us to find silver linings even in the darkest clouds. Meditation emerged as a vital practice for maintaining inner peace. Through regular meditation, we cultivate a calm mind and an open heart. It allows us to step back from our worries and gain clarity. Just a few minutes of quiet reflection each day can help us reconnect with our true selves, reminding us of the beauty that exists in the present moment. Detachment and non-attachment are essential concepts in Buddhism. These principles teach us to let go of our cravings and desires, which often lead to suffering. By practicing detachment, we free ourselves from the weight of expectations. This doesn't mean we stop caring. Instead, we learn to appreciate life's gifts without clinging to them. In doing so, we discover a deeper sense of peace and contentment. Cultivating gratitude is another powerful practice we explored. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. It can transform our perspective, even in tough times. By keeping a gratitude journal or simply taking a moment each day to reflect on what we appreciate, we can foster a mindset of abundance. This practice helps us recognize the beauty in everyday moments, reminding us that even in adversity, there is much to be thankful for. Throughout our journey, we also delved into the Noble Eightfold Path, a guide that offers practical steps for living a balanced and meaningful life. Each aspect, right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration, serves as a beacon, illuminating our path through difficulties. By embodying these principles, we align ourselves with a life of purpose and positivity. Lastly, we emphasize the importance of developing wisdom. Wisdom allows us to see beyond the surface of our experiences. It helps us understand that our thoughts and feelings are not permanent fixtures, but rather passing clouds. With wisdom, we can navigate life's challenges with a sense of equanimity, recognizing that everything is interconnected. As we conclude, let's carry these teachings with us. Positivity is not about ignoring our struggles. It's about facing them with courage and grace. Each challenge we encounter is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become more resilient. Remember, even in the toughest times, we have the power to choose our response. So, as you move forward in life, embrace the lessons learned. Practice mindfulness, show compassion, cultivate gratitude, and approach each day with a sense of curiosity. You have the tools to transform your experience, to see the beauty in every moment, and to live a life filled with positivity. May your journey be one of growth and joy, even in the face of adversity. Carry this wisdom with you, and let it guide you toward a life of peace and fulfillment. Thank you for joining us on this path.